Welcome to the roaring world of chainsaws, where steel bites through timber and raw power rules the forest. From precision cuts to massive takedowns, this is the ultimate show of chainsaw domination. Subscribe now and feel the fury. Welcome to Graincraft Channel. In the stillness of night, a faint red glow flickers from within the burning trunk. The massive tree trunk burns fiercely. Flames rage, devouring the wood, as thick smoke seeps and curls outward through every crack. The fire roars like a final breath, consuming what once stood strong. With seasoned precision, the lumberjack doesn't need a second try. The razor-sharp chainsaw slices through the wood like a knife through butter. One strike, one clean cut, swift and exact. In the middle of the forest, a large tree was smoking, possibly from a lightning strike or a fire at the base. The worker was wearing protective gear, a chainsaw in hand. He made a clean cut into the cracked trunk, white smoke billowing from the rapidly spinning saw blade. The powerful chainsaw is performing its duty with precision and force. Each roar, each decisive cut, drives deep into the heart of the tree. No hesitation, no mercy. The blade is like a steel warrior, severing anything in its path. And then, the trunk splits cleanly, an abrupt end for a tree that once stood tall for decades. The push wedge is driven into the base of the tree like a silent weapon. Each forceful crank lifts the heavy trunk off the forest floor. The chainsaw roars, its sharp blade slicing through the timber with the ease of a hot knife through butter. Sawdust bursts into the air, like smoke from every decisive strike. A forester hangs from a tall, snow-covered tree, exposed to the icy wind. He starts his chainsaw and cuts away the frost-covered treetop. Branches fall, leaving a gap between the gray sky and the silent, snowy forest. High above the residential area, workers hang from safety ropes and use chainsaws to cut large tree trunks. Each section falls precisely away from houses and power lines. In the stillness of the forest, only one sound cuts through the silence: the sharp, relentless scream of a chainsaw. The lumberjack steps forward, steady hands, focused eyes, like a warrior delivering a final blow. The sharp blade bites into the massive trunk. Wood chips explode into the air like sparks from a forge. Each cut is precise, calculated, unforgiving. Then, boom, the tree crashes down, shaking the earth beneath it. Mission complete. A fallen giant, now ready for a new journey. The journey of timber. The sharp chainsaw growls in the hands of a skilled worker. Its sound doesn't merely signal the fall of a tree, it echoes the presence of experience, precision, and fearless command. Deep within the forest, wild and untamed, the man stands firm, like a warrior facing nature's test. Every step he takes, every movement he makes, is carefully calculated. The chainsaw rises and falls with astonishing force and accuracy. The engine roars, the tree shudders, and grain by grain, the wood begins to crack, until, at last, the massive trunk collapses with a thunderous crash that shakes the earth beneath. A worker stands next to an uprooted tree in the middle of the forest. He dons protective gear, starts the chainsaw, and begins cutting through the massive tree. Each cut is powerful and decisive, the sound of the saw echoing through the wilderness. Deep in the pine forest, where the wind howls through the treetops, the roar of a chainsaw tears through the silence. The lumberjack moves between towering trunks, each step as cautious as tracking a wild beast. With skilled hands and a chainsaw that growls like a predator, he begins the conquest of the forest giants. Every cut is a dance between man and nature, wild, calculated, and spine-chillingly precise. In the middle of the forest, a worker wearing protective gear, holding a chainsaw, was cutting into the trunk of a giant tree. The saw roared loudly, sawdust flew everywhere as the tree began to shake and slowly fall, echoing in the majestic nature.
go, go!
In a large garden, a tree was uprooted. The worker picked up a long-bladed chainsaw and started the machine. The sawing sound rang out. The long, sharp blade cut evenly into the thick tree trunk. White sawdust sprayed out, and a few minutes later the tree stump was cut off. A team of professional tree cutters enters the forest, each man gripping a chainsaw like a warrior with his weapon. There is no chaos, only discipline, coordination, and a chilling level of precision. They don't just cut, they perform, executing their craft like seasoned soldiers on a mission. Amid the roar of machines, one massive tree after another falls without resistance, without fanfare, as if the forest itself is yielding to the sheer power of man and to sharpened steel. This is more than labor, it's a ritual where skill, experience, and reverence for nature merge into one powerful display.